take a look at Sonny Hayes. A gambling junkie who missed his shot. But I see. My rook is a phenomenal talent. And Formula One. Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you.
He's a never was.
I'm offering you an open seat in Formula One.
What if F1's biggest twist wasn't in the script, but hidden in a single frame? Today, we're exposing the secret even the director tried to bury. In the opening scene, we meet Sonny, a passionate racer who lives for the thrill of driving. He's competing in a high-stakes race, pushing his car to the limit to secure a win for his team. Despite fierce opposition from other drivers, Sonny skillfully overtakes them, leaving only one rival to challenge him. In a bold move, he bumps his opponent and surges ahead, racking up through multiple laps. Thanks to his efforts, his team won the victory. But Sonny isn't chasing fame. He's in it for the love of the drive. After the race, he skips the trophy ceremony, bids farewell to his friends, and heads to a laundry shop. There, he notices a poster advertising a race in Mexico's desert that needs a driver. He reads it with interest, but dismisses it casually. Later, Sonny is approached by an old friend, a race manager desperate to save his struggling Formula One team. The manager reveals that the team is failing, unable to crack the top 10, and pleads with Sonny, a former Formula One driver, to join and turn things around. Sonny promises to consider the offer. Meanwhile, we're introduced to JP, another driver on the same team, and a talented car designer who's troubleshooting issues with JP's vehicle. When Sonny arrives, some team members are surprised to see him, while others don't know him. The race manager, however, is hopeful that Sonny's skills will lead them to victory. Sonny quickly adapts to the modern race car, despite his experience with older models, and begins rigorous practice. During a test drive, the car crashes due to a turning issue at high speeds. Sonny points this out to the designer, who vows to fix it. JP, frustrated by the team's poor performance and Sonny's arrival, confides in his mother. He feels threatened by Sonny's talent, but she urges him to focus on his own performance as race day nears. The team has two drivers, JP, the lead, and Sonny, the second driver. At a press conference, JP mocks Sonny's age, but Sonny brushes it off. Reporters then probe Sonny about a devastating accident from 30 years ago that sidelined him from racing. The questions stir painful memories, and Sonny leaves, reflecting on the injury that once shattered his dreams. The next day, JP apologizes for his comment, but Sonny remains focused on practice. The upcoming race spans 3 days, a practice round on Friday, qualifying on Saturday, and the championship on Sunday, where starting positions are determined by Friday's results. The race manager introduces Sonny to an investor still supporting the struggling team. The investor expresses optimism about their potential. In the first race round, Sonny starts at the back but competes fiercely. Both he and JP make pit stops for tire changes, losing precious seconds. Tensions rise when the two drivers begin racing each other instead of their opponents, leading to a collision that knocks them out of the race. JP angrily blames Sonny, the second driver, for not yielding to him. The team owners reprimand Sonny, stressing the importance of teamwork. Feeling guilty, Sonny retreats to the garage, where the race manager scolds him further, but is taken aback when Sonny casually asks about the car designer's marital status. The manager dismisses the question and leaves. Sonny meets the car designer at a coffee shop, urging her to redesign the car. She's hesitant, emphasizing teamwork, and challenges Sonny about his return to Formula One before leaving. The team plans for a 52-lap race, aiming to secure a top spot. Sonny opts for soft tires, which boost speed but wear quickly against the owner's wishes. Their teamwork pays off, landing them in the top 10 after the first round. That night, the car designer reveals to Sonny that her innovative designs led to her divorce, as her ex-husband dismissed her ideas. She's determined to prove herself through this race. In the second qualifying round, JP and Sonny push their team to 4th place. But disaster strikes when JP's car overturns and catches fire. Sonny heroically saves him, but JP's mother blames Sonny, despite his warnings to JP about speeding. Sonny apologizes to calm her, but with JP injured, he races alone, consistently placing the team in the top 9. When JP recovers, their rivalry resurfaces, and JP knocks Sonny out of a race. Furious, Sonny confronts JP, urging him to prioritize the team. The car designer intervenes, inviting them to play cards and stressing unity. Later, alone with Sonny, she opens up about her desire to prove her ex-husband wrong. Sonny shares his own story, a catastrophic accident that broke his bones and spine, forcing him out of racing for decades. His return is about reclaiming his passion. The race manager warns them that organizers suspect their cars violate regulations and may seize them. The team presents proper documentation, avoiding confiscation. In the third qualifying race, Sonny pushes too hard, crashes, and is hospitalized. The race manager, learning of Sonny's past injuries, bans him from racing to protect him. An investor tempts Sonny with a new team offer, but Sonny declines. Meanwhile, JP admits to his mother that his accident was his own fault, not Sonny's, prompting her to reconsider her judgment. As the championship looms, Sonny returns to his team, convincing them he's their best shot at victory. He suspects the investor tipped off the organizers to sabotage them. On championship day, Sonny, as the second driver, clears the path for JP. Their teamwork propels the team to first place, though they fluctuate between second and fourth. During a 28-minute break, Sonny's car sustains minor damage, but he continues. When JP's car is knocked out, Sonny takes the lead, driving with the same fire he had 30 years ago. He surges ahead, leaving competitors far behind, and secures a historic win for the underdog team. Overwhelmed with joy, the team celebrates, but Sonny slips away quietly. The car designer finds him in their usual meeting spot, where he hints at his feelings for her but says he'll see her again soon before leaving. Sonny heads to Mexico's desert for the race advertised on the poster. When a man asks if he's ever driven, Sonny jokingly claims he hasn't but assures him he's the perfect driver. The man hires him, setting Sonny up to chase victory once more. For Sonny, racing is more than a sport. It's his life's passion, one he'll never abandon. And with that, the story concludes. The biggest twist in the Formula One film is Sonny's triumphant return after a 30-year hiatus, leading his underdog team to a championship win. The secret, hidden in a single frame, might be a fleeting shot of the investor secretly conspiring with race organizers to sabotage the team by alleging their cars violate the rules. This subtle frame, possibly buried by the director in a chaotic scene, reveals the investor's betrayal early. It transforms the twist from a simple redemption story to a victory over deliberate sabotage, highlighting Sonny's resilience against both past injuries and external schemes. So, genius twist or total nonsense? Fight it out below. And if you spotted a detail we missed, drop in the comments. Prove us wrong. Be subscribed to enjoy more movies. Our next recap will blow your skirt up.